Hey guys!
He doesn't get to shoot. I'm going to win.
Hello, everybody.
Kevin is revealing us about his friendly pool competition he has with his brother, who is, you said, 8th in Iowa?
Well, he was. I don't know if he is today, but he was recently.
Is this a skill that you guys honed together as children while you were shoving his face in dirt?
Not together. I wouldn't call it together.
It was when they were hanging out down at the pool hall.
See, there was 5 years between us.
Uh-huh.
Between each of us kids. There's 5 kids, 5 years between each one.
Wow.
And, when I was 15, I could play pool pretty fair. He was 10. He wasn't playing all that wonderfully.
You could beat him then bad.
I had the upper hand on my brother. All right, guys. Well, it is Friday. It is the last Friday of the month. It's almost the last day of the month, too. Is today the last day of the month, or is it tomorrow?
Today is.
It's today, yeah. It's
30 days has September,
yeah, so
April, June.
Everybody say bye to June. It's been a lot of fun.
Bye, June.
July has come in with a vengeance, I feel, in like our record heat wave that we're experiencing right now, which I'm sure Kevin loves, because if there's one thing Kevin doesn't love, it's the cold.
Boy, that's a fact.
And he can complain about it until the cows go.
Freeze.
Yeah.
Freeze in their tracks.
I'm kind of good at complaining.
Yeah,
You know?
I would say so. I would
have
agree with that statement.
I have a knack for it.
But if you guys don't know, what we do the last Friday of every month is trading cards. It's the only time that I can really get Kevin in here on a regular basis to do leather work. So it is my one goal in life to make sure that Kevin tools something every month now.
Well, I gotta admit, you've done a pretty fair job of it so far.
I don't let you forget too often. I do feel like last time we had Spencer in here one time because you were gallivanting somewhere. But otherwise, I've been fairly successful. But anyway, so we are just doing trading cards. For those of you guys that don't know what this is, they're just tooling a small baseball-sized piece of leather.
Baseball card size.
Baseball card size, not baseball size, but, a little bit smaller than that. Piece of leather that they're just doodling on, basically. And then I collect them back here, and I wait for you guys to send me your cards that you've doodled on. And then I will send you a Kevin or Denny card in exchange so that you guys can have a little tooled piece of leather.
I was thinking of a good way to generate revenue.
Yeah.
So if you could send Casey's a bill.
Again?
I'll
Okay.
leave this out here so people can see it. And I'll say their iced tea is wonderful.
I'll say our 1,000 viewers that we have really are going to make the difference. Which, I think that the 100 people that work here actually probably make a pretty good dent in the in the revenue for the Casey's that opened up on the corner
Next door
of this
almost.
block. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Can't really. And that's kind of handy to have them there. At least I think it is.
Crystal, Denny does tool every day that he's at work.
Every single day.
I think, yeah, he
We're
always
standing
tools.
over him, making sure that mallet is smoking.
Kevin, though,
Does not tool every day.
he does not tool every day.
Kevin tools on one day a month.
Sometimes 2 days a month if I can finagle a second video out of him.
Yeah, well, that's
Which
okay.
I intend to do in July, everybody. He's going to color that rose.
Oh, geez.
It's already on the books. It's happening.
I like to tool. I just don't seem to be able to make the time.
Here I am, making him make time.
Yes, you are.
All right. I've got to say,
Uh-huh.
tooling is like fishing. Do you ever have time to go fishing?
Well,
You got to make time.
yeah, I've kind of gone by that too. But, I do other things. And I like to do other things.
I suppose you did have a pretty heavy fishing foray in your life.
Oh, gosh, yes. Yeah, yep, sure did.
I went fishing last weekend in Arkansas at my
Where'd you go?
My wife's niece, she has a spring-fed pond that's just full of crappie
Well,
and bass, and I just had a great time. They were ignorant.
them or the fish?
The fish. Well, no, I can't say they were. They let me fish in their pond.
Uh,
I
Did you
like.
eat anything that you caught?
No, we threw them all back so that we could catch them again.
Well, I
But
like.
I love crappie.
Yeah, so do I. When I lived up north, boy, it was so easy to go out to the lake we liked and catch our limit,
Uh-huh.
and they were big. A small one was 12 inches.
Wow. Well, I don't know about other places in Arkansas, but I was telling them that most of the lakes around here, they've got to be at least 9 inches, and some of them, they have to be 10 inches.
Yeah,
They said, man, that's a big crappie. I said,
not
well,
really.
I said, it's decent size, but
But not that decent.
yeah. And most of these that I was catching weren't that big. They were probably in the 8-inch range, but
Yeah.
it was still fun.
Well, good.
Great.
That sounds like a fun weekend.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Well, we have a somebody that would like some leather knowledge today.
Okay.
Crystal, I love all of your questions. You're a fantastic question person. She would like to know what makes somebody a master of tooling.
Somebody else's opinion.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Oh, that's not happy. Thanks.
And not taking away anything from anybody. You can tell somebody who is a master really by their work.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends on what. Usually a master leathercraft has got some skills along some specific areas. And when it comes to other things, they may not have that level of skill.
exactly.
But that's just the way it is.
Well, I really appreciate that because, I mean, Dean just said, just say you are, and then you are. But what you guys say is other people, like the community around you, validates your work to whatever level that it is.
Right. Well, you can tell people you're as good as you want to tell them.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, talk is cheap.
Your knife sheaths, Liz, I would say you're a master sheath maker. I haven't seen any that are any better. So there you go. Now you can buy me lunch.
I don't get paid. Chris isn't, he's not a very good payer. I do have some people that will pay me for my skills.
Well, that's true, and you can really make a nice sheath.
Thank you.
And on another hand, a lot of people get notoriety through
Yeah.
through their self-promotion.
Right.
And the way I look at it, there's always going to be someone that's better.
Oh, for
That's
heaven's
something.
sakes, yeah.
Right.
There is no one person that's the best, because tomorrow there's going to be someone else that's better.
Well, I will say that some of those, what's that one thing they have every year at Sheridan?
The World Leather Debut.
Yeah, there's some people there that do, especially from Japan and other areas, they do work that I don't think could be improved upon.
Right.
So that's amazing to me. I am certainly nowhere near their caliber. I can't produce their caliber of work. But I have a life.
Right.
And
You have a different purpose in life.
yeah, their life is their leather work, and I get it. It's fine if that's what you want to do. Personally, I think they should get a dog. Of course, maybe they have one. I don't know. Not that they'd want to make that their life, but
Some people make dogs their life.
some do.
I feel like dogs are a lot of my life. Sometimes I wish it were a little less of my life.
Yeah, you've got a retarded hot mess.
That is a fact. But that's all right.
I just have a retarded mess. And there's a difference.
We make it work. Somebody said that you guys, they would like to see you carve the same thing to see how you would both carve it differently, which is something that I've thought about before. So maybe next month that's something that we'll shoot for, is we'll spend a little bit more time before the video.
I don't mind doing that at all.
Yeah.
Come up.
You know, right now they're having me do some samples, some finished samples of some carburetes that we have from Jim Linnell.
Mm-hmm.
And I have nothing to go by other than the outline,
Right.
the silhouette pattern. So I would really like to see how Jim does them differently than I do, because I know they won't be at all the same.
I wonder, maybe we'll contact him and see if he would like to tool up, and then we can have the Denny version and the Jim version. Michael says he's a master fool. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and another thing that I kind of did enjoy after it was all over, was when they had to have us tool a little bit of something and then trade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, after the fact, it was fun.
I get so lazy in my leather work anymore. I should be changing bevelers in this. And I just kind of don't. I just keep using one that's too big.
Well, whatever you can get by with.
Yeah, that's kind of my style of leather working, is to get by.
That's actually pretty accurate, Kevin, because you've always done leather work for money.
Yeah.
It hasn't, not that you haven't been good at it, but it was never your intention to go out and become the best leather crafter.
Well,
carver.
in
Because I think if that was your intention, you would have.
In my
You would have
defense,
succeeded.
I have done some things like for contests,
Mm-hmm.
for some of the old leather guild shows. There was one in Springfield. Oh gosh, what was that back in the
87.
You guys were in the same
You and I
magazine.
were in the same room together. I didn't have any idea who you were. Of course, you had no idea who I was.
No.
You won your division. I won my division. And
Yeah.
that was a federation show.
Yeah. And
It's such a small
so,
world.
I kind of tried to do pretty good work at that point. I think it was a briefcase that I had made that did it.
I've always been impressed by your figure carving.
Well, then, I might have got something for one of those. I just don't remember.
I've got the magazine.
Huh.
We'll go over it.
But figure carving was always something that I really liked, I just seemed to have a flair for it. At least at one time. I don't know if I have much of a flair anymore. Might be just kind
My
of,
arthritis flare. is different from mine.
yeah. My hand gets a cramp now and then. Does that count? Probably not. think if you'd take this piece of granite outside and try to do a little tooling on in the outside air, I think your leather would be dry in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, before you get it traced.
Are we good now, guys?
In other words,
All right.
it's hot out there.
Yeah, it's quite toasty. It took me to go for a walk yesterday evening, and I was just telling the boys in here, I was like, I think that's the first walk this year that I haven't enjoyed. It was just like wading through the air because
Yeah.
it was so stagnant.
Yeah.
There was just nothing.
Yeah. You know, I think I've told you my little corgi dog, he is all about playing ball.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he loves to
As
play.
the corgi does.
Yeah, he just loves to play ball. And boy, when we got home from being gone for so long, he was all about being outside. He got his ball, wanted me to throw it. You know, I threw it, and he chased after that thing and got it, and he chased after it again, and the third time he chased after it and just stood there with it there in his mouth. He didn't want to bring it back because it was too hot. He didn't want to have to run and chase it again.
He was like, I'm good.
I forgot one tool. I
Hey,
forgot to
Omar.
bring a matter.
Which I couldn't really blame him.
Guys, we can get really close to the work when we just have one person tooling, but when we have two people tooling, it's more difficult. So these tooling sessions are not as in-depth as Denny's teaching you how to tool sessions.
Well, if you, hey, feel free to get close to Denny's stuff, because
Kevin, your little
Kevin?
corner doodads are looking cute.
oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna get through mine fairly swiftly, I think, because they're not.
It's gonna be hard for us to stay there. All right,
Complicated.
Denny, you're not allowed to move at all.
How's that?
Dean, you're excused.
You want me to just pretend like, say I'm tooling?
Well,
If I can't move?
I just need you to, just to spin in on the spot. Be a ballerina.
Sit and
right
spin.
there. Sit and spin. That's a well-used dead weight that Denny's got right there.
This is one of the first ones we made. I remember when I came, no one knew what a dead weight was. Oh my, out of kilter.
All right, that's perfect if you can stay there-ish. You can spin on that spot.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yes. Are you using a smooth tool here, Denny?
Nope.
Nope. He's a lined one.
Yep.
It's a little lined tool. It looks smooth, but it's not. Here, look. I bet I can. This is. Is it a Berry King?
Yeah, that's a Berry King. Same as our SK though.
Yeah. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, now I gotta decide what I'm doing. I've never done this flower before.
Just do it like all the rest. Do it like you do all the rest of them.
I'm trying to get out of my little closed-in box.
Box?
Denny's expanding his horizons.
Huh.
Okay.
Are you gonna put something fun in the middle of that, Kevin?
I wasn't planning on it. Thought somebody, you could stick your initial in there. I don't know, do something.
How about you sign your whole name in the middle?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
I think so.
I don't really write well with a swivel knife.
Hey, do I still have it? I have a swivel knife you can write well with.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
You're You're not even gonna humor me a little bit?
Not even a little bit.
That always ends up bad for me. So I don't think that
I
would be
need to
wise.
borrow this from you. Since I brought it.
What if you tried to, like, right here? Perfect.
Well,
Yeah, they're called antique tools. Or, like, vintage. Denny has vintage tools.
Yeah, some of them are. Some are. I do have some antique tools.
Garrett's camping in northern Minnesota.
Oh, nice.
I bet it's not deathly hot there.
No, but I bet the mosquitoes are the size of turkeys.
you know, we went up there. We went up around Roseau, Minnesota here a few years back, and that's where the Arctic cat is made, and it's also about 30 miles from Canada.
The Arctic cap?
The snowmobiles.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, Arctic cat.
Cat, okay.
Yeah, and we went out in the woods. I mean, the real woods.
Uh-huh, not the fake ones?
Nope. And on your, you know how you can your rear view camera,
Uh-huh.
they were covered in mosquitoes.
Really?
Big ones. When you got out of the car, you really wanted to get out of the car quick so you could shut the door because
Otherwise they'd get in.
mosquitoes would come in fast. You go up to somebody's house and stand by the door, and it was like, why are you doing this? Because this is really dumb. And I've never seen, well, I have seen mosquitoes like that because I lived in that part of the country for a while, but whoa.
Ugh, that sounds terrible.
This past week or so when we was up around Aberdeen, South Dakota, we drove from I-29, we headed west towards Aberdeen, and for a while, for about an hour, maybe 45 minutes, there's all the lakes in the world, little bitty lakes, just little ones, you know. Here, there's one across the road, there's one next to the other one, there's one right past that, there's one in back of this. There are just so many lakes, it's incredible.
The land of 1,000 lakes.
Well, yeah, in some places it's really like that, but 10,000 lakes. And we, towards evening, towards real dark evening, it was hot and the bugs were so thick. We drove through them. We literally could not clean them off of our windshield because it was just driving through layer after layer of bugs.
That does not sound like fun for me.
We got to town and we got out, both my wife and I, Becky and I, we got out and tried to use those little scrubber things with the water, you know.
Uh-huh.
We had to do that 3 times just to partially get them off the windshield.
Just to get the smears off.
And I thought, yeah, well, and that didn't do it. But I thought, well, hey, I'll look at the front of my car and see if I could maybe wipe them off of the grill area. No chance. They were on there an 1/8 of an inch thick.
Wow.
Those bugs, we took it through one of those crazy car wash deals the next day. It wouldn't take them off. It took some, but not all of them. It was just
Man, I
bugs
have to go get a tool.
Okay.
are insane.
Do you guys think that we've got any of the smoke from Canada coming down?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. Sorry,
I'm
Denny.
quite sure actually.
It is pretty hazy out there. I couldn't tell if it was just like the heat or if it's smoke, but
Yeah, I don't
probably a
know.
combination.
Yeah, it's whew. Where'd he go?
He needed a tool.
Oh my!
Did you need a tool too?
And I need more than a tool. I can tell you that.
Listen, Kevin, you have like 4 more minutes to finish that card, and then you can do another one.
Huh?
Yeah, because I need more than just one a month out of you. I think I only have.
You never told me that.
You get 30-minute trading cards, and I get two a month.
Well,
This is coming out to be a cute little flower.
That's gonna be real pretty. I never thought about that. That's a good idea, taking a picture of a flower. I've got several.
I was just saying.
Maybe I should look on my phone and see if I can't find one that I like and do that.
Perfect. Dean says the mayflies.
Let's see, where's all his backgrounders? Sure he wouldn't mind if I stole one. Or, in lieu of stealing, I could borrow one. He probably went to get. I don't think he did.
Garrett says, all right, he's going to go back to fighting off the bugs. Take care.
Oh, can't
He
blame
said,
him.
yeah, there's lots of mosquitoes. He's at Lake Vermilion State Park.
Oh. Well, you know, it could be dry up there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Crystal, you just got to send us a card and I'll send you one of these.
know that I want to use your bar grounder.
Oh, I just went and, I could have brought you back a map.
I know, but I forgot. You ever do that?
Nope, never forgot anything in my life. Other than what I was gonna do.
Or why you went there?
Yeah, or, or why.
Kennedy, where are you located? They're working from home because of the fires right now. Or the smoke from the fires.
Huh.
Oh, New York. Yeah, I've seen it's pretty bad up there.
Yeah, I've heard that's not good. That smoke will that's an unhappy deal. So instead of backgrounding, we'll just enhance my edge. I love enhancing.
Just like on the TV, people are like, enhance that picture.
Is that what they do?
I mean, that's what they fake do. Crystal, I would love to be able to tell the owner of the company how much he can make at a time, but I don't know if he'll listen to me. He'll probably just look at me and walk away. That's usually what he does when my comments get too wild.
Well, I was talking about enhancing things the other day at home and asking what does it mean to enhance something. And I said to make it better. That's how it works. You make something better. Becky says you could use a lot of enhancement. Well, unfortunately, she was correct. But that's okay. I think all of us need a little enhancement now and then. If you ever want to do this type of enhancing on your carving, however, one little thing that's kind of helpful to aid in doing it is to just use the halo that your beveler makes to kind of use as a guide to making these little cuts, and that seems to work pretty good.
The halo, that's a wonderful term, Kevin.
Yeah, very pleasant. And you don't have to connect all the lines. I mean, some of them it's much nicer if you do connect the lines, but you don't have to. And it's still going to look pretty good, I think, mostly. So that's okay, don't you think?
I do think so.
That's wonderful.
Sorry, Diddy, I'm gonna cramp your style here for a second.
I was thinking about
that.
I was thinking about stamping a deer head or something in the middle there, but maybe I won't. I could stamp a big, or maybe I could just cut a K in there or something.
Or an SLC.
Oh, what a great idea. Yes.
Maybe a little bit. Perfect.
Yes.
Keep
I got
me
that
on my
part.
toes.
Ooh, you're gonna make it 3D.
Well, I don't know. I was thinking about it. You know, I should never just start without thinking. And I do that?
Maybe that'll be the trading card that I don't send away.
Yeah.
This'll be my trading card for our collection.
Hmm.
That little Quinn I hear hollering.
It is.
That'll be the one. She's got a voice.
Oh, Denny, I've let you. There you go. I've let you go.
Yeah, you just completely forgotten all about me. I knew it wouldn't last long.
What are we tooling here? 6 to 7, 7 to 8 ounce?
Yeah, about 7, 8, I'd say.
I don't think I want to bevel that. I think that's a bad idea. Let's see. No, I could do part of it. Part of it would be a good idea.
Are you having fun with all those little cedars, Denny?
Yeah,
One of these days you're gonna have to do a tooling pattern using all those cedars that I got you.
I'm going to. But not today.
But it would be fun to
Yeah.
do a little cedar pattern
Mm-hmm.
on a little trading card.
Right.
Kevin does need to sign it, Steve. We'll make sure that he doesn't finish without doing that.
You got to remind me to think before I go starting stuff.
All right, that'll be my next job to do.
Yeah. Because sometimes I think I can do stuff, and in reality, it ends up being proof that, well, maybe I don't do as well as I think I do.
Yeah.
I will tell you, that's the first time that I've ever tooled SLC.
Wow. In 24 years, that's the first time.
Yeah,
That's a shame.
just never had a reason. Nobody ever told me to do it.
Has that really ever stopped you from doing anything before?
Well, now that's a fair question.
Okay.
No? Okay, hey. Now I feel that that's a recognizable SLC.
Looks good. Let's see here. So next week on our video, we will have Andy in here going over some tips and tricks for machine usage with all the different Cobra machines. So if you have questions and you haven't submitted them yet, this is kind of the last weekend to get customer questions in. We might try to answer some questions as they come up on the feed, but I think we're going to have quite a bit of information to go over already. So Wednesday will be sewing machines. So your class 2026 3s and 4s on Wednesday, and then Friday we'll be doing other machines. So your strap cutter, your bell knife skiver, and the class 14 splitter we'll be going over.
Well, that'd be good. The bell knife skiver is really important.
Yeah. Sorry, Denny.
It's all
Again.
right. I thought I was going to cut you.
Well, we don't have all the camera manipulation that we had. Do
Well,
we?
I mean, you could have used your camera, but you threw it at me. So.
Oh. Well,
You have your own camera. Look at that cute little trading card. All right, Kevin, next.
huh.
Yeah.
Next, what are you talking about
you
next?
have one more over there, and
I
you
just
have
finished doing what I was
25 minutes.
doing. Oh my gosh.
Next.
You're kind of a slave driver. I'm going to ask Chris about that.
Oh, he'll confirm.
Sort of a slave driver here. Let's see.
Just
What could I possibly
I get one of these a month, so I have to get the most out of you that I can.
Well, this is going to be like very little.
Well, do you want me to get that rose out? You can look at that.
No. I'm just
Do
going
a
to
tiny
try to
rose.
do things free-handed, and I'm going to treat this as you get what you get.
All right, I'll take it. So that's next week. We're gonna just be going over all the machines. So if you do have questions about a machine, whether it's a machine that you have or you don't have, and you're just need technical information, you need troubleshooting information, send an email, or you can send us a Facebook comment or a Instagram message. Between Isaac and Justin, they're collecting all of those to work with Andy on going over that, and then he's got some of his own. So when somebody comes in and they buy a machine from us, Andy is one of the couple people here that will give them, a rundown of the machine, sit down with them, go over it, and over the couple years that he's been doing that, he's accumulated some little tips and tricks for you guys, getting started with machines. So he's going to be going over some of that information. So that's next week.
That's pretty darn helpful.
Yeah. And we did it a couple of years back with Clayton. We kind of sat down and went through all the machines, but we've been collecting. I think we have quite a bit of questions collected already for people that would just like some information. So it is a good refresher. Probably not a terrible thing to do yearly for everybody. Let's see here. And then I know we're going to do the Brickman this next month.
Yeah.
I gave Denny all the pattern parts to do our little Lego Brickman. So that will be happening. The pattern is not available anymore, and so that just take note of that. It's a creative all pattern. We'll have fun with it. We're gonna be making a little Brickman. It'll be a good time. What else did we have? Oh, I have Kevin coloring his inverted rose on one of the days.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Keep forgetting that.
And then Kevin, also with that inverted rose, Denny has saved some of your tree trading cards that you can maybe color at the same time. We'll just do a whole Kevin
brush in
coloring.
each hand.
Yeah.
So
Brush in each hand.
we'll be doing that. I feel like there's maybe one other thing. Oh, I've got Alex from the shop will be with us and talking about our reseller items and the ways that you can customize them, and just kind of chatting with you guys about that little service that we offer. So that will be, I think that's the same week as Kevin's doing his rose. And I think that's it. So we have the week of machines. We'll have a rose and resellers, coloring leather, and then doing the reseller stuff. And then we'll have our Brickman, and then it'll be the end of the month again, where we'll do another round table and more trading cards. So I think that's the whole month.
How exotic is that?
It's very exotic. That is so cute, Denny. Oh, Kevin, you didn't sign your card.
Ha!
Oh, yes, you did.
That's right, I did. I anticipated your complaint.
I see it. He's so sneaky, guys. It's like he doesn't actually want anybody to know who tooled
No,
it.
I'm happy to have people know. Sort of, kind of. Let's see. This is...
Good morning.
Who are you good morning?
Just trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I forgot already. It's not specialist. It's O'Donnell. What's SPC? SPC. It's a military.
Rosen?
Specialist,
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I believe specialist, yeah.
Yeah, okay. O'Donnell. He says hello, and yes, we are doing trading cards. He's late. He has no internet in the forge. I mean, that computes. The forge probably would melt your internet, so probably best to not have internet in the forge. Hey Liz, who owns SLC?
I do. Oh, it's not me, is it?
That guy at the end. That one right there. That's the one in the blue.
Yeah, at
with
least for
With
now.
the Kevin on the shirt. At least for now. That's the guy that owns it.
Till the bank gets wind of it.
I mean, I do feel like we've all went in on it at this point.
Boy, that ain't no kidding. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how this ever would have happened with just me. Well, it wouldn't have. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, one of the secrets to doing geometric stuff with very few tools
What's that?
is just do the same thing over and over.
Just keep whacking that tool.
Yeah. What's that little thing? Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah, it's a little leaf liner.
Is that what that is?
No, Kevin's pretty generous with his company and allows most of us here to take quite a bit of ownership of whatever our position is. So.
Especially the bad parts. He wants us to own the bad parts. Right?
It's sort of like
He'll take credit for all the good parts and we just own the bad parts.
having 80 or 100 people that I can say it's their fault. It's kind of handy. You know?
Dean, what are you asking if it'll be on the community page? Are you talking about the pattern for the leather, the Brickman, as he was called? I tried to find Lego Man in my emails because I was looking for the pattern, and that wasn't getting me anywhere. But he couldn't use the word Lego Man because he doesn't have the rights to the word Lego. So it was called the Brickman. How old is SLC? Does anybody in our comments know how old SLC is? I think I said it earlier today even. We'll see if we've got any true fans out there.
You have a lot of true fans.
Oh yeah, Mike. Denny's tooled many belts. I think Kevin's also tooled many belts.
Oh gosh.
Kevin doesn't want to think about the belts. Oh.
Belts are actually, as far as carved belts, they're probably the hardest to do. You have such a small confined area.
Yep, be careful.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh, hey guys, check out this trading card that came last week from somebody. From Martin Stoltz.
Oh,
Oh,
very
that's beautiful.
nice.
Yeah. sent
Wow.
us-
I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. So this is one. This is his third trading card that he's sent to us.
Wow.
He's a frequent trader. So thank you so much, Martin. Look, it's so cool.
Where's Martin located?
Texas.
Texas.
Fisher, Texas. Did I also, did we get another one recently? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel there's a lot of guys out there that are really good toolers, that's for sure.
I like how Omar asked the question and then he answered it. Yep. Oh, well, Mike, let's see here. William was the first one, started in 99.
Yep.
Yep. So, 24 years.
Wow.
Almost as long as you worked for Tandy.
I worked for Tandy for 24 years.
Oh, did you? I thought it was 30. But maybe I've been rounding.
No, it was 24.
All right. Well, look. You beat it.
I did.
Or you matched it. You matched it.
Yeah.
Let's say it's matched. Hey, Justin. Will you be working on getting a schedule up for the YouTube? Oh, hey. All right. So, you guys, the schedule is
Click on
up.
the picture that says "Hey guys."
Thank you.
Community page, it's there.
All right. So, click on the picture that says, hey, guys, on the community page, Dean. And Justin has already posted it for next month. Boom. Look at us. Do you do
This is kind of fun.
So Crystal, we actually, we do some processing of leather here in-house, but like we make some wallet interiors, we make the reseller products that I was talking about. We cut a lot of shapes, we cut a lot of strips, we cut a lot of pre-cuts, we cut a lot of belt bends. We do have a shop, but mainly we are just processing big pieces of leather into small pieces of leather for your usability. So we don't do a lot of, like, we don't do custom stuff. Really, Denny is the only person who is lucky enough to have one crazy customer from somewhere that comes in and gives him all the weird requests.
And that's not desirable.
You know, one
But,
thing
but
that has
I-
always helped Springfield Leather, I'm glad that question was asked. That was a good question because the processing of leather enables us to be a lot of things that other companies cannot be. It enables us to offer things that other companies really can't offer. Like when, for instance, when we get, say, a pallet of vegetable tanned leather that's very expensive, and we go through that pallet, maybe there's 100 sides on it, and we find 2 that look like somebody stood 10 feet away and blasted away with rock salt out of a shotgun, or they had a dart throwing contest at it, or some crazy lunatic that had drunk too much coffee was given sandpaper and a knife and told to see what he could create on that side of leather. And we're able to take those things. Those would be a big loss for somebody. But we're able to take it and actually process it, as it were, and make use simply by cutting our own shapes and such as that. That instead of losing money on a piece of leather like that, which you really can't do forever because you go out of business, we're able to actually salvage it, maybe come out a little bit ahead, and able to offer certain products that our customers, say for instance at camp, we can offer second quality rounders or key fobs or something of that nature, and the kids still get to do leather work and it comes out quite nice, and who cares if it's got a little nick in it or a scratch or whatever. But those are things that leather processing allows us to do. When we cut up, say, a side of leather into a particular shape for a customer. I think about one customer who uses rectangles, and they buy a lot of rectangles from us in different sizes. Well, you're always going to have scrap from rectangle cutting. And again, that enables us to use that scrap where some companies might not have that option. And that's a pretty good thing.
Hey guys, we just had somebody from Uruguay say hello.
Oh, wow.
Pierre.
Uruguay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see, is that,
It's a long way from here.
well, I know that. What language is that down there? Is that Portuguese?
What's up, Corbin?
Hola, if that's,
That's Spanish.
well, yeah, I know, but they probably know what it means.
I've been watching the show on Netflix called Somebody Feed Phil, and it's one of the people that did like Everybody Loves Raymond, like that whole. It's his wife is like Raymond's brother's wife in the show. In any case, it's a really cute show. He travels around and eats food, and right now he's in Madrid, in Spain, and number one, like some of the cutest little city blocks that I've ever seen. Just really amazing city. But then the food. I just want to go and eat some food.
You just want to go.
Oh my goodness. Had like a crispy pork ear. When I was in Vegas a few years ago, we did a food tour and we went to this restaurant that did like a crispy pork ear slaw. And that was one of the most incredible things I've ever eaten.
Huh.
So good.
I'm not, right off the bat, that sounds more like a doggy treat than food.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, they probably would also love it. I'm sure that the dogs would not mind eating crispy pork here. It's really good.
Well, it's hard to beat pork fat. That's for sure.
I don't know if Pierre is still here. He has not responded yet.
His name's Pierre?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds French for some reason to me.
Well, maybe he's multicultural. How do you guys trace your patterns? Well, like Denny has these that he drew up. So this is a piece of paper that he's taped on the back with clear packing tape. And then he traces it out with a ballpoint pen. So he did that on both ones. Kevin has a piece of tracing film over there that he used for his first one. And that's how he traced it. So he drew his little pattern and then he traced it out with a modeling tool.
Yeah, and it didn't have I wish it had a ballpoint, but it didn't, so I just had to use the tip of the spoon. But it works. And that's another thing. There's a lot of things you can do to get by.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just takes a little help from your friends.
Yeah. Good way to put it. A little help from your knife, or a little help from a tool, a little help from a backgrounder that covers up a bad spot, something of that nature.
Nobody's in a frame.
There you go. You knew right where to go, Denny. I knew that you knew.
I've got to scoot up a little bit.
The Spaniards know what to do with a pig. And paella. All right, now I'm getting hungry.
Well, this is a really good veiner.
I like it.
Yeah,
It's altered, as you can tell.
Oh, Pierre is fancy.
it's quite nice.
So they speak Spanish in Uruguay, but a different dialect, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce that correctly. Rio Plantanese dialect, but he's actually ex-South African. He just loves Uruguay, so
This is getting more complicated by the minute.
that's why I said he's fancy. How about you come back over here? Okay, thanks.
How about you pay attention to my business?
I'm trying.
I need a sip of coffee.
You know, you
What
might have your tools pretty well mixed up by the time this is all done.
Oh, that's okay, because I was mixed up anyway.
You know, I've had that suspicion. I wish this tool was 1/8 of an inch shorter. Maybe I could knock off it. Well,
I didn't bring it. Oh, that's not one.
you know, I think I'm
I
going to
had
fake
one
it.
that's
I think
a
I'm just
bit
going to fake
smaller.
it.
Oh, why? So in his household, they speak English, Afrikanese, and Spanish. South Africa has 12 official languages.
Holy buckets.
I would love to go to South Africa someday. That would be really cool. Hey, Wayne.
I think I'd want to have a pretty good guide if I was going to do that, though.
Well, because we do some business with some people that do tanning in Africa, I feel like I would have a good resource
Yeah, you probably would.
to call up some of those people that go over to South Africa and Zimbabwe on a pretty frequent basis. And Brazil. Kevin, one day we should go to Brazil.
I would really like to go to Brazil. I really would.
I think there's a lot of number one knife makers that I know that live in Brazil. And then we do, you know, a lot of our leather we get from Brazil. A lot of cowhides come from Brazil. Our import veg tan comes out of Brazil. And then also we buy a lot of rocks from Brazil. And so we have
We have common ground.
yeah. Sometimes it's a bit of a rocky footing.
Boy.
I get it.
Well,
But I would also love to go to Brazil.
humor's cheap around here. That's
Well-
for sure.
How's it going, Kevin?
Oh, you know, it's not too bad. I'm just
Thanks for you too.
kind of farting around. Can I say that?
Sure.
You did.
It's already out, so you can't, there's no take backsies.
It's obvious that you can.
Oh, yeah. May I say that? My English teacher would have been proud of me. You know, I've stamped on that thing pretty much enough, don't you think?
I think it's great.
Well, I'm not sure exactly.
Then someone
You got
needs
the
to.
overhead camera? That'll make it easier? There you
There.
go.
All the way up. All the way up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh.
That's another one you could carve SLC in.
It is.
Right there in the
You
middle.
got 3 minutes.
Oh, nope.
You can just finger carve the SLC.
I'll look on that one.
I think I'm done.
Let's see. SLC. Nope. I think I'm just good right there. Got my 2. Man, why do you gotta make life hard?
All right, guys, can everybody spy Kevin's signature?
Well, I'm sure you can. If you can't, you're blind.
That's
I'll
the-
sign this one twice.
Hint, it's on the leather.
Oh, this one's just, boy,
You call that a signature?
no. It's-
Look at this one, guys. It's just so cute. Look at that little flower.
Look at all that.
Like third grade stuff.
No. I like
Very
it.
nice.
I like the pebbly background.
Yeah, I do too. It's very pretty.
Alrighty, folks. Oh, look.
We're done. Nothing like stamps.
Look how sneaky he is.
That's not sneaky.
That's 100%. There's no other thing to call that other than sneaky. So just some geometric with whatever Denny brought in. Oh, you did it on both sides.
I told you I was gonna.
That's in case you were reading from backwards.
Right. Either way you go. Alrighty, folks. It has been a lovely hour here doing some trading cards. Look, 11:59. We didn't even go overtime today.
Wow.
Perfect.
This is
Um,
yours.
So, like I said, next week we will be doing all about machines. Wednesday will be sewing. Friday will be everything else. And so, if you do have any questions, submit them over the weekend so that we can have everything ready by Monday so that Andy can make sure that he's prepared to answer your questions if he has to do some research on things.
Or run away.
Or run away. Yep, exactly. There will be more words than you've ever heard out of Anderson's
I
mouth.
think you got
The whole time he's worked here, it's going to be fabulous.
You know-
bad.
A person could starve to death waiting for that to stop spinning.
So anyways, I hope everybody has a lovely weekend and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.